Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome back from the Division 2 build video. Well guys, today's build is one of those, again, weird looking builds where you look at the build and you'll be like, what the heck is going on? But when you see the build in action, you'll be like, interesting. We should definitely try it out. And yes, I would recommend you guys to try it out because it's really good in terms of damage. As usual, I always say, before the build video, I say that if the build is good in terms of survivability or not. I would say it's situational. It's not that survivable or whatever. I mean, the way I'm using it right now, it's pure DPS. I can't heal myself in any way possible. But yes, you can actually do something to actually heal yourself, or run with a healer or something, or you just kill them before they kill you. Yeah, that's simple way I can actually put it. So yeah, it's an SMG build right now. As you can see, I'm using the vector again. Yes, like my previous video, and it's actually a similar vector, and it's like melting through this build. Like when I came up with this build a long time ago, I used it with pestilence. I used status effect instead of crit, but right now I'm going for crit. And I'm so surprised at how good this actually working, because reaching max crits or close to max crits, it's really easy with the SMG. So that's why I'm using an SMG, and I'm going to show you my build over here. So right now, as you can see, it's an all red build. It's an ongoing directive build. Yes, it's an ongoing directive build. And in TU11.1, it's very easy to set up any type of gear set, because gear sets are so easy to farm now because they have their individual targeted loot, which is pretty sweet, and I really love that. And the ongoing directive build is actually really good. In terms of damage, it does multiplicative damage, and I would say this build right now is very close to any type of high-end SMG crit build, and it's performing really good. So that's why I'm making this video. Now, the specialization I'm using is the survivalist. Reason two, because first, I've never really used survivalist too much in DPS builders, something like that. And the second one is the damage to target out of cover. So my teammates will get 10% damage to target out of cover to status affected targets. And with this build, I will be constantly putting status effect on every single target I shoot. So yeah, that's why I'm using the survivalist. But if you want to survive, then don't use the survivalist. Use the gunner for that 10% armor on kill, or you can use, any specialization you want to. It's just a personal preference. Now, for the weapon, like I said, I'm using the vector, the similar vector here, as you can see. This one. So damage to target out of cover and all that. And I have sadist talent, since it's a status effect build based on bleed. That's why I'm going for sadist. So I just have to point and shoot when they bleed. I'll be doing that extra 20% damage. You can use any other talent you want to. I'm not telling you to use the sadist, it's just I'm using it. Okay. Now for the secondary, I'm using the Seek MPX. It's actually one of the very hardest hitting SMG, high-end SMG, and that's why I really like it. Now I have close and personal here, unfortunately. I would love to have a sadist here as well, but I do have one with sadist. But the problem is, you see, I have health damage, not the damage to target out of cover. So otherwise, a pretty sweet SMG, to be honest. So yeah, but that's why I'm using this one. Close and personal, but I don't really use this SIG MPS too much, even though it does really nice amount of damage. I use the vector basically because of that RPM and the burst damage it does. So that's why I'm using the vector. Now for the 4-piece ongoing directive, if you guys don't know what's going on with the 4-piece ongoing directive, let me tell you. So the 2-piece will give you 15% status effect. 3-piece will give you 30% reload speed. And the 4th piece will give you the talent is rule of engagement, and that is when you kill a target that is on status effect, you will get hollow point ammo. So whenever you kill somebody who's burning, bleeding, or whatever, any type of status effect, you kill them, you get hollow point ammo. And once you get that hollow point ammo, every time you shoot them, they will bleed, and they will take 20% multiplicative weapon damage. Yeah, amplifies weapon damage by 20%, you see? So 20% multiplicative damage every time you shoot a status effect target, or basically a bleed target. So whenever you hit them, they will take multiplicative damage, 20%, straight up, okay? So that's why I really like it. Now, the way I have my mask is weapon damage, crit damage, and crit damage mod. I have a holster here, which is weapon damage and crit damage. A knee pads, same weapon damage, crit damage, and also gloves, weapon damage, crit damage. So that's the 4-piece of ongoing directive. Now, why am I using the Eclipse Protocol backpack? Like I said on my previous video, the Eclipse Protocol backpack is really sweet, goes with any type of status effect build because of this talent, amplifies all damage you deal to status affected target by 30%. So you don't need a high-end backpack with an individual talent on it. just swap this backpack with any high end you're using, even though the wicked one. So just use this and you'll be doing 30% multiplicative damage since your build is based on status effect. So that's why if you count the multiplicative damage, I'm actually doing 50%, 30% from the backpack and 20% from the ongoing directive gear set. So that's 50% multiplicative damage coming in from this build, okay? And that is excluding the damage I'm going to be doing with the Sadist and also the chess piece I have Sokolov, which is have this obliterate talent. So that's 25% when it stacks up, you know, all the way up. So it's 25% damage. So that's a lot of damage. Now, these are not multiplicative, yes, but these are weapon damage, but the main damage is coming from your ongoing directive and the Eclipse Protocol backpack. So that's 50% multiplicative damage just from the gear sets itself. So that's why I'm using it. Now, you might ask me this question, that since you're using ongoing directive, why aren't you using the Ridgeway chess piece, which will be very helpful because you just have to shoot them and they'll bleed. And that's where you're going to have the status effect so you can multiply your damage. Well, the reason why I'm not using the Ridgeway chess piece, yes, you're right that it will, when I shoot, they will bleed. But the reason is the Ridgeway chess piece doesn't have an individual talent on it, and it will be doing about 180,000 less damage than the Sokolov chess piece, which I have right now. So the similar build, if I swap this Sokolov chess piece to Ridgeway chess piece, I'll be doing 175 to 80,000 less damage, less crit damage to the target I'm hitting. So that's really bad. So for example, if I do 500k with the Ridgeway, I'll be doing 670k with this chess piece. And I'm going to show you right now here in the shooting range. First, I'm going to show you my crits. My crits are not that crazy, guys. With an SMG crit build, you can go 200% crit damage, even higher. And with the Coyote Mask, you'd be like 225, something like that crit range. But I don't have those, okay? But still, my damage is really similar to a critical build, like critical hit build, yeah? So let me show you my crits right now. So I have 53.7% crit chance and only 140% crit damage, which is not impressive, I know. But the multiplicative damage is making me reach that level of a high-end crit build. So I'm going to show you right now here real quick. So first, I'm actually going to use the Ridgeway chess piece. There it is. There's the Ridgeway. I'm going to swap the exact same critical hit damage mod, which is the 12%. Where do you go? There it is. And let's see. I have similar crit damage here as well, 131, just 1% less from that one. So let's see what happens. So I already have hollow point because I was testing here. So when I bleed them, so as you can see, I'm going to bleed them and I'm doing this damage. So the multiplicative damage is coming in. Just point and shoot basically. With the Vector, I'm critting for 400,000, which is kind of all right for a 1200 RPM weapon. You know, a 1200 RPM weapon, which is critting for 400,000, which is all right, acceptable. If you're happy with this, you can use the Ridgeway. But what if I tell you you're going to increase this damage by a lot just by using the Sokolov chess piece? Because that not only gives you 10% SMG damage, but also 25% damage from the Obliterate talent. So I'm going to show you the SIG first, SIG MPX. With SIG MPX, if I shoot it, I'll have close and personal, so I need to kill the target. So right now with close and personal, I'm critting for 537,000, yeah? With the Ridgeway chess piece. 537,000 is what I can reach with the SIG MPX. Now let's swap it with the Sokolov chess piece. Well, where to go? There it is. Now I'm going to add the same 12% crit damage mod here. And there it is. So yeah, now you can see my crit damage crit chance, 140, yeah? So let's see, with the Vector and when the Obliterate is fully procced, I'm going to wait for Obliterate to fully proc. So you go. Now with the Vector, I'm doing 525,000. Yes, guys, 525,000. That was 400,000 with the Ridgeway. And with this one, I'm doing 525,000 K crit, you know? And that's a 1200 RPM weapon. That is critting for 525,000. And let's see. You saw the melt right there, okay? Now let's see with the SIG MPX. With the SIG MPX, I'm already critting when close and personal is active. I'm critting for 700,000. You see? 700,000. That's the SIG MPX, guys. Now, you're going to be asking me the question, so since you're not using the Ridgeway, so how are you going to be getting the hollow point ammo to actually do all this damage? Because you need to kill a target with status effect to get the hollow point ammo, right? And then once you get the hollow point ammo, you can just keep that ammo forever, because every time you kill it, your hollow point ammo refreshes, right? So how am I going to do that? So what I usually do is I use a stinger hive, as you can see here, and I use this stinger hive. I just throw it down, just kill a red target NPC, which is easy to kill. And once I kill him, I get that hollow point ammo. And once I get that hollow point ammo, I'm good. I can just keep that ammo forever throughout the mission or whatever content I'm playing, because every time I kill them, it refreshes my hollow point ammo. And after you get the hollow point ammo, honestly, while running Ridgeway, it's kind of useless, because Ridgeway will not do anything when you already have the hollow point ammo. So the point of Ridgeway is to give you that bleed without using anything to bleed, right? But when you get the hollow point ammo, the Ridgeway is kind of useless. It's just going to give you a little bit of armor regen, and that's it. But with the hollow point ammo, you can bleed targets from whatever range you at. Although it's an SMG build, you got to be close a little bit, but still, you know, with the hollow point ammo, you can bleed them. And once you get the hollow point ammo, it's kind of useless to use Ridgeway. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys getting what I'm trying to say, right? So yeah, that's basically the build here. And you saw the damage is really good in terms of like if I compare it with the high-end like SMG crit build, and it's actually similar to that. So yeah, just try it out. Let me know how you feel about this build, and let me know if you have already tried this build or not. My neighbor's going ham there, so yeah, I gotta cut the video. So yeah, that's basically it for the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.